Welcome back to the Leading Force with Sardar Bhuman Singh and Shuddh Prakash Singh. Let's talk about the Punjab elections right now, which is hardly now 18 days away. What are the real issues facing Punjab in true sense, which is the core of these elections?
In my visit to Punjab just a few weeks ago, I think people are really tired of corruption. That's a primary issue. And then, of course, employment and economy is a very big issue.
And according to your knowledge, what is the issue at the common man level, ground level, like you said, in Halka level?
Yeah, I think like Jimidar in Punjab, they was getting big issue about their agriculture department, their ਫਸਲਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਚੱਕੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ time ਤੇ. They have a big issue on that.
So the main three core thing you're talking about is the corruption and the economy,
farmers
and the development. And how do you see, let's say, going forward, whoever from your party side is able to come and make the government, does he have any plans, concrete plans, how he can make that change? Sometimes we all know what is the problem, but it's very difficult to figure out what is the solution, because we all know the problem.
Yes, our leader, Captain Amarinder Singh Ji, he has elaborated very clear plans, and he's very confident that he can move very fast achieving these goals and solving these problems.
And he really can do that.
Yes, he's a very competent man. He has proven in his
he did in
last administration.
His last term, he did a lot of work for Punjab.
That was only 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago. And even in this last 5 years after when Akali Sarkar came, and there is a lot of project he started and they finished it. And they was finishing in now, There was a lot of start they did in 5 years back.
And being a non-resident Punjabi, essentially at the end of the day, you don't live in Punjab as of now, at least. Maybe 10 years from now, he will be there. You represent us, the non-residents in America, the Punjabis. Did you ask him to add to his manifesto certain things that are directly applicable to Punjabis in America or Canada?
Yes, we did.
Is there something in the manifesto which is meant for us?
Yes, there are.
Like what?
They are like, the major problem NRIs face from Punjab are the property issues.
Right.
It's a very big problem. Captain Amarinder Singh has proposed, there are already some structure there, but he's proposing that he will have fast-track courts.
Just like I think in Chennai it was done very recently.
And for NRIs solving their cases, he will expand on the police stations just for helping NRIs.
Wow.
And as you know that in this Chalo Punjab launch address he announced that he will have a NRI ministry working right out of the Chief Minister's office. So he's giving it a very high priority addressing the issues of NRIs.
And you as the Punjab chapter, even if it's an immediate past president, and you are a successful businessman on top of that, you went with Randy Daniels on the commerce trip, business trip, trading trip. Do you see talking to your leader if he comes to the party government, talking on business, because Punjabis are so successful here, you are successful, he's successful. Do you have any plans to help the Punjabis in this country to set up their business in Punjab?
Yes, I do. We was even talking from a long time ago, and a few years back, we start talking, and I think when Captain Sarkar gonna come, we will bring a lot of new companies in Punjab.
And there will be something like
they will do something. Some project is very good for Punjab. We're gonna start. They're starting before, and there's something new, which we was talking, and we will do some.
So he's open to the idea of faster clearances, better facilities, sometimes prioritize.
Yeah, he said he will do something to related to center sarkar also, so which nobody can get hurt. Once sarkar change and here and
Yeah.
there, they will do something
So
on
that's
that.
a part of
that's
your
part
agenda.
of yes.
Uh, you talked about we talked about the participation of Indians in America in the mainstream. Now you talked about the NRI cell which is going to create in the Prime Minister's office. And since this is the first time he has appointed a position like yours, what if he appoints you and offers you a position in the cabinet for NRI cell? Are you interested? Will you be open to something like that? Can you take on the responsibility to that level?
That's a good question. Though I would love to have a position in the cabinet, of course, but I will accept it only if I will feel that I can really do justice to the position and I can deliver, I can do my duties. I think I'll have to think about it when.
You have a vast business here.
Yes.
You have a family settled here.
Yes.
He says, look, Shud, you have done extraordinarily well for me being the chief coordinator. Next step is you come and sit physically in Chandigarh and run my NRI cell. Is that something you are open to?
It's very tempting and like I said, very attractive, and I think I can make quite a bit of a difference having that position. But like you said, my major issue is my family is here, children are here, the business is here, so it might be difficult.
It's a great dilemma to be into. And Sardar Phumanji, continuously we talk about your side from the business point of view. Will you be open to the idea of setting up a NRI Punjab cell here, which is totally looking at the trade side of it or the commerce side of the business? People know here is a place, here is the address, here is a person who we can go to and say, look, we want to do some business in India, we want to open a factory there, and with your direct access to the man in charge, will that be of any help? Do you think something like that can happen?
If somebody will come to me, I will definitely going to help him to take it.
You have been the president of Punjab
Yes,
chapter.
I will definitely
If your
do it.
party
Most
comes to
of,
power, then
most of businessmen, they had a connection, this creating connection from long times and all this, they work with that. When they do something, business is always secret
true.
to start.
But
so once,
now I'm talking
can
purely from a regulatory point of view, from governance point of view, from government processes point of view. Now they know there is a man here in New York or whether in California or Toronto, wherever it is, where they can come and say, look, I want to invest money in Punjab and I want to do this, that and center, but they know this is the man, this is the address where we can come and talk to, and you can physically have a hotline with the man in India and help them.
Yeah,
You're open to that?
Yes, I'm open to that.
Very interesting. But coming back to elections once again, we have done very well, whether it's US or in Canada, in terms of politics. As you know, Bobby Jindal, Nikki Haley, two great governors we have. And then in Canada, is there a possibility, or why would a Punjabi not go to India to contest in the political actual process? Because they have the resources, they are helping others, they are canvassing others. And if you look at every family in Punjab today, if nothing, there is at least one person in US or Canada who is very successful, very resourceful, financially well-to-do. Will it not be something to consider that people from here also go and participate actively in the political process? Some people have done in Andhra Pradesh, some people have done in Chennai, some people have done in Gujarat. But so far I haven't heard anything from Punjab that XYZ went from here and participated and contested the elections.
Definitely there is a possibility, and actually on my last trip I made this demand. I demanded it that the Congress party should have some seats reserved for NRIs if they are interested. And one prime example, just like Phumanji said, is a very successful NRI moved back from England named Jesse Kangura, and he's a very successful legislator now, representing constituency from Kalaraipur. And he's now again running for the election from Dhaka constituency. Very good man, and he's doing very well.
So there is a classic example here, and you foresee that going forward.
And in the past also, even the Punjab Pradesh Congress Committee, past President Mahinder Singh KPG, very senior leader, he also lived abroad for a little bit, and Avtar Henry. Lot of, not lot of, but some names went there and made it in politics.
But the party will be open to, like you said, reserving some seats, maybe 2 or 3 or 4, something like that.
I hope so.
I
yes,
think after this election, Punjab will have a lot of open eyes for NRIs.
Very interesting. On that note, what do you see next 5 years with your man in charge in Punjab?
But
Captain, sir?
Captain Saab, yes.
He's the man you expect him to be if your party comes to power.
Yes.
Then he is the next chief minister, which is like a governor in the United States or premier in Canada. What do you see the next 5 years?
Will be a lot of different activity for NRIs, and following election will something going to come up with for NRIs too.
But where do you see Punjab? You know, it's sitting like you're saying there was not enough progress in the education field, not development and corruption and whatnot. But at a common man's level, who beyond a point doesn't care, once the elections are over, they only want something good. You, because you have been from the villages. Where do you
every day I talk to India, Punjab, ਪਿੰਡਾਂ 'ਚ ਗੱਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੈਪਟਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਪਰਸੋਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਪੀਚ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੋਕਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨੀ ਲੁੱਟਮਾਰ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਕਾਰਨ ਇਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਸਿਰ 'ਤੇ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ ਡੰਡੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕਦੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਕੋਈ ਸਕੂਟਰ 'ਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਵਾਚ ਲਾ ਲਈ ਜੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਚੈਨੀ ਪਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਖਿੱਚ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਗਏ ਕੋਈ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਰਸ ਖੋਹ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਗਏ ਕੰਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਧੂ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਗਏ ਇਹ ਐਵਰੀ ਡੇ ਹੈਪਨਿੰਗ ਈਵਨ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ
So law and order you think will be better?
Will be better, yes. ਸਾਡੇ ਕੈਪਟਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ he just say in his speech, you know, he will take care on that, you know, right away. And all the lot of other issues, you know, he is very active and
a lot of hopes for next 5 years from him.
A lot of hopes, yes.
Sardar Fuman Singh has plans to go to India. You are a very articulate person. You are very well respected. Even like we saw, people from Albany were there. People from New York city administration were there. Do you foresee, or do you have a wish, or do you want to be in mainstream politics here in public life?
See, I've thought many times about it only because a lot of friends have recommended me. A lot of friends who know me well or who have heard me speak first time will come to me and say, oh, you should run for elections.
You may win unelected, uncontested with your personality, I guess.
No, I mean, even the people in power now, in mainstream, like county executive and all, they also have asked me that, you know, you'll be a good candidate, you'll make a good candidate. But, you know, my interest is more, you know, back in Punjab and India, you know.
So somehow or the other you want to continue to serve your own country in the positions that you have.
This is also our own country.
No, true. I'm saying in terms of political part, in the public life part. Yeah. You're not as keen yet to be.
I love and I want to, I would be remiss if I don't mention here, I really am in love with the US as much as I'm in love with India. India, of course, is motherland, and this is our adopted land, but this has given us a lot of opportunities and our children are born here.
But in the public side, on the political side, you will be continuing with the INOC side, working for the governance of India, or becoming a bridge between the two.
It looks like it.
Very good.
You never know the future.
No, we wish you all the luck to you, your leader, and your party. And thank you so much for coming for our show, a leading force. And we'll hope to see you once again once election is over. And as you see what happens, it's a very unique process which you don't know until it's over.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
So,
Sunilji. Thank you for having us, and we wish you continue to be the leading force in Indian media.
That's a lot of responsibility, but I certainly am committed to do that. Thank you once again, Siddharth Komal Singh Ji, the former president of the Punjab chapter of Indian National Overseas Congress and a committed leader for Punjabis in America, and who will be in India after 19th, and Shuddh Prakash Singh, who has been as a wonderful person and Vice President, National Vice President for INOC and Chief Coordinator. Thank you once again for coming on our show.
Thank you.
With that, I sign off. Sunil Hali on The Leading Force. Keep watching us week after week, where we bring some of the best personalities who have done extraordinary work for our community and organizations, non-profit organizations who pay a lot of their time, a lot of their resources to make this a better society and a better community. Thank you once again. Goodbye.